What the fuck is up, guys? This is the Constant State of Annoyance podcast, and I am your host, George Blaha. And the reason why I do this podcast is because I'm a wannabe stand-up comic. All my materials in English, and the reason why I specify that all my materials in English is because I live in a Spanish-speaking country, Puerto Rico. And when you live in a Spanish-speaking country and you do, comedy in a foreign language, you end up with a lot of disappointment and self-hatred. Especially when English is your second language. So why don't you do it in Spanish? Because my first language is French. No, it's not. It's Spanish. Why don't I just adapt? I don't know. You know why? Because the first time that I did comedy, I did it in English, and it worked, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm sticking to this, I'm sticking to it, and yeah, that's what I've been doing. Anyways, I want to talk about today about how old people throw really dirty punches at young people, just really disgusting low blows. And I don't even really think it's just a low blow. I think they're just lazy punches, man. Like, okay, this is what I'm talking about. So, let's say you're hanging out with your old dad, right? You're having some father and son time, right? And your dad, for some reason, wants to build a birdhouse. Because a lot of birds lost their houses in Hurricane Harvey. So yeah, let's help some birds out and build a house that they never asked for. Which, by the way, I never understood birdhouses, okay? Because clearly birds don't like roofs, okay? Nests do not have fucking roofs. They don't. So why the fuck do we put roofs on birdhouses? Why do we humanize birds? Why do we humanize animals at all, man? Especially, I understand dogs, I guess. Dogs, they kind of understand us-ish, right? Like, that's why we form bonds with dogs and shit. But birds, dude, birds don't even blink. I've never seen a bird blink. Do they blink? I've never even seen a bird sleep. Do birds sleep? I've never seen a bird with, closed eyes, man. I'm telling you, I do not connect with birds at all. At all. I mean, obviously, we walk to get to one place to another. They fly. That's a big disconnection there. But I've never seen one blink. I've never seen a bird scratching themselves. Do they feel itchy at all? What? Again, I don't feel anything for birds. I don't hate them, I mean, sometimes when they shit on my car, but they don't know what a car is. It's not their fault. You know what? I've never seen a bird, because you always see people complaining about getting, oh, fuck, a bird shat on me. But I've never seen someone complain, oh, fuck, a bird peed on me. Birds don't pee on people. Do birds pee? I've never even... Jesus, fuck. Do they sneeze, too? I'm asking way too much lame questions, man. All of you people that spend way too much time watching Animal Planet have to be just scoffing so hard right now. I mean, obviously they pee. I've seen them drink water, though. Although I kind of envy birds. They get to take baths in public. God, that would be amazing, man. That would be so cool. But anyways, birds. No, I was talking about old people. So yeah, you decide to bond with your old man building birdhouses because, he's a weirdo, and that's what he likes doing. And, he said, oh, I want to wake up early to have some father and son time. Because for some reason, old people love to wake up at 6 in the morning to do tasks that could clearly be done at noon. But whatever, you do it because, he's my dad. I'm grateful to have him in my life. So you wake up at the time he tells you. You help him build the birdhouse, right? So you're building the birdhouse. He's like, oh, pass me the hammer. You pass him the hammer. And, you're bonding and whatever, and you're having a good time, and you're doing everything right. So then, at some point, You just space out because that's what you do when you wake up at 6 in the morning to do a task that could clearly be done at noon. And especially when you're doing a task that you're not completely engaged with. Because really, if you're not a Boy Scout, who the fuck cares about birdhouses? Again, it's not like you're helping them, okay? You're giving them a house. They have to furnish it? That was such a lame-ass joke. I don't know. I just don't understand birdhouses. Before I start ranting about how old people throw low blows at young people. Another thing I don't understand about birdhouses is like hanging them on, trees. Like, why would you hang a birdhouse on a tree? Really, honestly. What, do you not enjoy having natural shade without the constant fear of having this cum-like poop fall on your fucking face? Why would you put it there? Now I can't hang out under the tree, Dad. Thank you very much. I don't know, why would you do that? I'm telling you, people who have birdhouses hanging on a tree, my first thought is just, bam, this person is a person who enjoys bestiality and scat. If you don't know what scat is, don't Google it. And by me saying don't Google it, you're gonna do it. So don't Google it. Anyways, so yeah, you're not completely engaged. I'm talking about the birdhouse hangout with your dad again. You're not completely engaged with building a birdhouse, and you space out. And at some point, your dad asks for the hammer again, and you're like, and then your dad just snaps on you. You're like, what the fuck? You just spaced out for one moment. You made one mistake, okay? One mistake. And then he just starts raving about, you see, you're never paying attention. You never pay attention to anything I say. You never pay attention to any details, okay? You're never gonna get anywhere in life if you don't start paying attention. Like, Jesus Christ, you're just like, my future's in the shitter because I took 3 seconds too long to pass you a hammer. I mean, we're not doing heart surgery, for fuck's sake. We're building a birdhouse for birds that clearly do not know what a birdhouse is. They clearly don't want it. They don't even know what a house is. Fuck you. Dude, I've had this experience with old people for way too long, man. For way too long. And I'm a person, dude, my brain goes, I may have ADD, or I'm just clearly a person who just doesn't pay attention, and I really need to, correct that. But it's not a severe thing, man. It's not like I'm walking into traffic, for fuck's sakes, Like, sometimes I space off, I have weird thoughts all the time. It's just like, for 1 second, I'm just thinking about, dude, how cool would it be if we could move our ears? Like, sometimes I would think about random things. Although how cool it would be if we could move our ears, dude. If we could move our ears, there would clearly be eerie maracas, man. And it would be a thing. It would be a thing. There would be mariachi bands with people who have earring maracas on. I'm telling you. That would be so fucking cool. But like, not like if I could like move it a little, like my nostrils. If I could have like full control, like if I could move it like a tentacle, kind of. I have a lot of movement in my ears. That would open a huge... That would open so many doors to so many markets. Jesus Christ. But yeah, old people... Like, I've had that experience more than once, man. Like today I was berated by my boss because I didn't know I was driving, and I'm telling you, dude, old people, they love giving directions on the phone. And when they could just simply drop a pin via WhatsApp and I'll get to your location with Google Maps. That's all you have to do. But no, they want to start mentioning streets. They want to start mentioning types of trees. Yeah. Okay, you're going to pass the passion fruit tree. And after you pass it, then you go on the left. Like, I don't know what a passion fruit tree is. I've never eaten a passion fruit. Okay? I've drink, passion fruit juice, but I don't know what a passion fruit looks like, motherfucker. And I'm not gonna know what the tree looks like. okay? Just drop the pin on fucking WhatsApp. Can you do that? How hard is that? Just give me your location via WhatsApp. Don't mention streets. And then my boss tells me, okay, then you're gonna go on the left, on the right, on the left. And then I go, wait, on the left or on the right? And my boss goes, can you just fucking pay attention? How hard is it to pay attention? I'm like, what? You fucked up! I didn't fuck up! The fuck are you getting mad at me for? Because you don't know how to give directions! I mean, there's a simpler solution to this problem, okay? Don't fucking up your heart rate because you're sloppy and don't know how to manage technology. Fuck you, man! I'm telling you, I want to start a war on old people, man. Like, I don't understand why they get so angry at us. Maybe when I'm old, I'm going to understand, and someone's gonna show me this podcast link. Well, no, I'm probably not gonna. Like, the chances of me, hitting it off where this podcast is relevant here too. I'm 21. I'm going to be old in, 40 years? And if the world hasn't been taken over by robots or, thermonuclear war or whatever, or invaded by aliens, there's a lot of variables on how I'm not going to be relevant from here to 40 years. And, maybe when I'm old, I'm going to understand it. I don't know. But I really want to start a war on old people, man. Another thing, how they attack the youth is, I don't hate old people. I mean, I try to have empathy, but sometimes it's so hard. It's so hard, man. Another thing that they do is, like, when you have your earphones, your earbuds in, like, you have your both earbuds in, or even worse, you have headphones on, dude. You have this big thing on your ears and around the top of your head, okay? Like, clearly, I'm not listening to a word you're saying. And you just sit down and you start talking. It's like, dude, what? Like, they don't even try to, like, catch my attention to tell me whatever they're going to say. At least, whatever. That's okay. But they just start talking. Like, I'm listening. I'm like, huh? What? They just start talking. And then they get mad. Like, oh, why aren't you listening? It's like, you didn't even try to call my attention. The fuck are you doing, man? The fuck are you doing? Dude, could you imagine just talking to them when they're watching the news? Oh, they wouldn't like that. I'm telling you, we should all start interrupting that special old person in our lives that just loves to start talking when you have headphones on. I'm telling you, we should start a war. Just start talking to them when they're watching the news, when they're watching their morning shows, when they're watching their fucking soap operas. Just give them a little taste of their fucking medicine. Just give them a little taste of the 8 pills that they have to take a fucking day. Anyways, let me just calm the fuck down a little bit. Let's calm down, shall we? Let's learn. I was thinking, like, how did people take care of their teeth back in the day? That was an honest question that I've always asked myself, and I was always way too fucking lazy Googling because I was too busy swiping on Tinder and not getting any matches. And I finally, decided to Google it, and it's really fucking interesting, man. It really is. Did you know that, back in the day when people were taking care of their teeth, the way they tried to take care of their teeth was using cloth. They would wipe their teeth with cloth, and sometimes they would use salts and shit like that. But like the ancient, Rome and ancient Rome and Greece, those people would use a cloth, and they would also use ashes of ox hooves and burned eggshells. That's way too fucking specific, by the way. That is way too fucking specific. And they would also use crushed oyster shells and bones. First off, how the fuck did they land that combination? That couldn't be their first try, man. That couldn't be their first try to be like, look, I'm tired of my fucking mouth hurting. We need to solve this. I don't know how they came up with that combination, but I'm telling you, the combinations before that couldn't be that pleasant, man.
They couldn't be that fucking pleasant. Like, oh, let's try fucking chicken feet and dove beaks. Let's try fucking cow titties and sheep balls. Nope, that doesn't work. Although my mouth does have a peculiar taste. That it kind of reminds me of that one time I had a threesome in my father's barn. Oh, let's try to dip some worms in some crushed eye goo. Nope, that didn't work either. That didn't work. Like, dude, the combinations that they tried, man, before they landed that, and they were like, you know what, this kind of works. Yeah, this kind of works. I'm telling you, I'm so glad I live in the day and age that we live in. And, you know, people complain about people complaining. That's a thing. Like, oh, everybody's saying that we live in the worst time and whatever, and racism. And, yeah, you know, we do have those social issues and shit, but the fact that brushing our teeth and wiping our asshole isn't such a big concern. The fact that wiping our asshole isn't under development right now. We're not researching the best way to clean our asshole. It's a given, man. It's a fucking given. I'm really grateful. I am really fucking grateful. But yeah, man, fucking dental care. It's gone a long way, dude. It's gone a long way. It's gone from fucking that to wooden teeth to gold teeth because, you know, a guy had a wooden tooth and he would love to fuck under this one tree, but it had termites and, you know, fuck this. I'm getting a gold tooth, man. This is gonna work out. I love fucking under this tree, man. Although, I don't think, because there would be like wooden dentures, right? They wouldn't install like one wooden tooth. I think that's how it used to work. I wonder if people that couldn't afford, because I guess gold always had value back then, you know, it's shiny and whatever. That's what I'm guessing. I should update myself on my history knowledge, man. I really should. I'm coming out as really ignorant right now, but I don't care because no one's gonna listen to this. But yeah, man, like, I'm wondering if some dude couldn't afford gold, and they would use, like, whatever metals they would mine, you know, and some guy found a couple of ores of uranium, or however uranium works. I know it's a metal. And he's like, yeah, can you just forge a tooth out of this? And they did, and they installed it. And then after, you know, after a week of having, like, a uranium tooth in his head, he had an eyeball growing on his fucking eyeball. Those were the times, man. All of you fucks saying, man, I was born in the wrong generation. I'm telling you, man, we're living in some good fucking times. You know, from gold teeth to all the dental care we have now, to crowns, to fucking real, not wooden dentures. It's fucking amazing, man. To having, like, doctors that specialize in mouth care, and they have these things, you know, these tubes that, like, suck the spit out of your mouth so they could work better. How did they figure that one out, huh? That one's fucking impressive. Although I fucking hate those, man. I hate those tubes that suck all the saliva out of your mouth. I mean, I get it. It helps them work better, but it's just, oh, they're fucking annoying, dude. I just hate that dryness that you feel in your mouth. Like if you licked a stick of deodorant, you know, it's just horribly dry, man. It feels like a mummy's asshole. I fucking hate that. If I was, let's say that in a couple of years, this one guy decides to take over the world, and he does. And he has this mentality that instead of making kids and, you know, molding their minds from zero, what if none of us really died? And when our physical bodies died, our consciousness would be transferred into a robot. So we could keep on molding our knowledge and our brains, and we could keep on, you know, because if we kept on passing our consciousness to robot from, you know, thousands of years and thousands of years, we would make a lot more progress. Like this is what this guy believes. This is a really complicated setup to the shitty punchline I'm about to deliver. Well, whenever my consciousness was passed to a robot, I would love to have fucking genitals that would like blow out and suck in. Because number one, I would love to blow out my fucking 2,000-year-old birthday candles with my dick. And whenever I'm getting head, whenever I'm getting my dick sucked, I would love to like turn on the sucking feature just for giggles, man. Just for just for fucking giggles. That was a really complicated setup. I don't know what's going on in my head sometimes, man. But fucking dental care, man. It's fucking... Oh, and by the way, the first toothbrush, wait, let me pull it up. Okay, here it is. The first toothbrush was made in England in the 70s by a man named William Addis. And he was in prison, and he felt like the cloth that he was given to like wash his teeth. I wonder if they gave him like only one cloth. Like this is like one cloth for your body, your balls, your asshole, everything, and also your teeth. That must have sucked, man. Or if the prisons back in the day had... I should stop saying back in the day, because people use back in the day when it's like back when I was alive and I didn't have responsibilities. You know, back then. I'm going to start saying back then. So I wonder if like prisons back then, they had the decency to at least give you two cloths. At least, right? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Did they have torture chambers in the 70s? They probably did. Anyways, so this guy felt like the cloth they gave him wasn't doing the job. It wasn't cleaning his teeth the way that it should. And he invented a toothbrush. This guy made a toothbrush out of bone and pig bristles. That's fucking incredible, man. It's pretty interesting. Like, this guy was longing for a toothbrush, right? He could have made that bone into a shiv and tried to escape. But no, he made a toothbrush. And now in today's prisons, people make shivs out of toothbrushes. Thank you, William Addis. Anyways, in this podcast, I have a segment where I say an inspirational quote. I love inspirational quotes. They really help me, man. Whenever I'm feeling unmotivated, it really helps me. And the inspirational quote of the week is, act as if what you do makes a difference. It does. And that quote was by William James. This is a really nice quote, but I really hope that no self-righteous couch potato reads this. Anyways, that's the podcast. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe, like my Facebook page, and I'll keep you guys posted, man. Thank you very much for listening, guys. Self-righteous couch potato reads this. Anyways, that's the podcast. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe, like my Facebook page, and I'll keep you guys posted, man. Thank you very much for listening, guys.